And until we tear down the capitalist superstructure, there cannot be veganism for everyone. There's just not enough tofu.
My last point.
All of the barbecue lovers in Texas.
Most people think that Mardi Gras is just a day, but it's actually a whole season in New Orleans. I went to the French Quarter before a parade to see if I could convince anyone to go vegan. First, I met a nice woman named Alicia, and we had a great conversation. So when I say vegan, what kind of words come to mind?
No animal products whatsoever.
And
not even honey.
Not even honey.
Not even honey, because it's nothing but bee vomit. So.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So is that something you agree with, no animal products?
Yes, absolutely. I follow Dr. Sebi, so yes.
I don't know who Dr. Sebi is, but I pretended like I did. We'll get back to Alicia in a bit. I also ran into my friend Andrew. He's a character. You claim that your goal is to make the world a better place and have fun while doing it.
Amen.
How is paying for animals to be tortured a part of that goal?
Life is brutal and full of struggles. And what we must understand is that even the carrot, the humble, lowly carrot, devours the nutrients within the soil in order to make itself proud and strong.
Do you think that animals should have rights to be free from
Absolutely, because they have blood and organs and hearts and livers and kidneys just like we do.
The single most important aspect of humanity is our dilemma and the idea of how we go forward as a race. What should we eat and why? How do we rationalize it? Well, I will tell you that the consumption of something that was once running around and delicious and powerful makes me more powerful. I'm a better person by eating meat, and so are you. And the idea of saying that it's torture, well, I mean, do you chop down a tree and say it is torture? Do you drive in the air and belch out of your own mouth and say that it is torture to the cosmosphere? Life is suffering. That's what the Buddha said.
So
and how did he die?
You have 2 dogs, right? Would you eat one and torture it?
Dogs.
And then you have 3 dogs. Would you torture and eat them to make you more powerful?
It's a matter of yes.
It's a matter of yes?
It's a matter of yes.
How bad do you think animal agriculture is on a scale of
Very
like 1 to 10?
bad, because they got chickens eating chickens.
I didn't know that they fed chicken to chickens, and it's actually pretty rare. They're usually fed corn and soy.
There's no reason why chickens should have to eat a chicken.
Yeah. So you wouldn't eat a human?
No.
Okay. Do you have any good arguments against veganism?
The primary aspect then of saying, why should we not participate in the suffering of other beings? That's your primary question.
No. So my whole thing is, first of all, what risks does animal agriculture pose to society? Not just for the animals, but for humans.
Capitalism poses more risks to society than animal husbandry.
Do you know much about animal agriculture and pandemics?
Not really.
Yeah. So 75% of pandemics or new diseases jump from animals to humans.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. So when we have, scientists have said that if you wanted to create a new pandemic, the best thing to do would be to design a factory farm.
Because animals.
Yeah.
Eating animals, farming animals.
Exactly. So
animals like they're not humans.
So if people want to prevent pandemics, a really good way to go about that would be to
be vegan and stop eating them.
I think that animal agriculture is the greatest threat to the evolution of the human species. Not the
More than
evolution.
capitalism.
I think they're both probably bad. But capitalism has definitely separated the process of how we get animals more than other things, right? But if you look at a country that doesn't have capitalism, they're still killing animals to eat. So I feel like they're almost unrelated. So I'm curious, what is the thing that's stopping you from going vegan?
The taste of chicken.
Interesting, yeah.
The taste. Yeah. But I went pescatarian for 2 years, so I'm good. So I'm gradually
Gradually going out.
Yeah.
So veganism is like the end goal.
Yes, absolutely.
Think about what the laborers go through. Think about the workers' experience. Should we take away from a struggling human worker the single comfort of a little bit of bacon on Sunday?
So this is interesting because you're using sensory pleasure to justify violence toward a victim. Is there any other situation where you would use sensory pleasure as a justification against a victim?
Public execution.
Andrew has a guillotine in his backyard. He likes to fill watermelons with vodka, execute them, and then eat the vodka. When you're eating these products, is that going against your morals?
Definitely, but I'm just hard-headed and just want what I want. So it's more my fault than what I really want. What I need, I take what I want opposed to what I need.
What if I wanted to murder someone?
That's very mean. And just like murdering an animal is very rude. I know it is.
So do you think
Again,
there's a
this is
humane way to kill an animal?
Unquestionably, and if you look at
How?
the Hadith, the writings of Muhammad, are replete with exactly how one should end the life, not only of a criminal.
How?
Well, first of all, they're never allowed to see the knife. They should be well fed up until the moment of their death. You should never come up to them from the front. And you should prey upon them, with them, and stroke them before the moment comes, and then you slice their throat from the inside from the
If
back.
I preyed upon you and stroked you, could I slice your throat?
Yes.
How hard would it be to be vegan on a scale of 1 to 10?
Absolutely not. It'll be a 0. It'll be super easy.
Okay, is there anything I could say that would make you go vegan today?
Just tell me something. Make me go vegan.
Okay. I had already told her about pandemics and animal rights, so I didn't really know what to say.
Make me go vegan. All you gotta do is show me a chicken getting his head cut off, and I'll probably go
Have
vegan.
you seen slaughterhouse footage?
No, because that will make me go vegan.
Do you want to watch them right now?
Good one. No.
Okay.
I don't want to watch an animal get slaughtered.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the primary statement that I would offer is that there is a need.
Andrew just spilled beer all over himself and also all over my shoes.
For humility on all sides, and militant veganism will get us nowhere.
Am I militant?
You just spilt beer all over me.
Oh my God. I want to go back to the taste thing. What do you think is more important, your taste buds or the life of an animal?
The life of an animal, not my taste buds. I could go without it, so.
Humility is good, and I think that if we are truly being humble, would we consider animals' lives to have less value than our taste buds?
Our taste buds are not, I mean, that's a false equivalency. That's a logical fallacy.
No,
right
because
there.
no, it's not. Because when we eat meat, we're not doing it because we need to. We're doing it for taste pleasure, unless you think we need meat to survive and thrive. Do you think that?
Are we omnivores? How do you define omnivore?
Just because we can do something, does that mean we should?
Because it is the way that we have, I mean, everything down to the blood type diet. The idea that certain people need more animal proteins for their myelin sheaths to be properly insulated.
So the thing about the blood type diet is that it was actually decredited. Yeah.
The Google search, huh?
Yeah, I did do a Google search. Do you have a scientific study on it?
Well, our psychiatrist, Dr. Jen Creedon over here, would love to jump in on it, I'm sure.
Jen Credence didn't want to jump in, but there are 4 studies in the description if you want to read them. If you could push a button and the entire world would go vegan overnight, which is to say
Absolutely, yes. I will push that button today. Boom.
Hell yeah. All right, high five. Thank you so much for talking to me. And
against veganism, I love it to death.
yeah, well, I'll give you some stuff. I know you don't want to watch footage, but I'll still write some down if you do want to watch it. If you ever feel like taking that final leap, I think that's the best thing to do.
No, I've actually been thinking about it. I've been taking steps.
I'm really glad I met you then.
Started off, so I've been pushing myself a little bit more.
Well,
but
I don't think it's a coincidence that we met each other today.
Of course not. Still love my chicken wings though. That's my biggest problem is chicken wings, but everything else.
Dude, they've got some vegan chicken wings now.
I know that tastes delicious because I do try them.
I loved chicken wings too. Chicken wings were my favorite. Once I saw the chickens and what they were going through, I haven't wanted a chicken wing since.
Oh, do you see the farms? Chicken. They have chickens eating chicken. That's dirty. I'm sorry.
All right, well, let's cut it here. Would you ever consider going vegan for environmental?
I lived as a vegan for 4 years.
Oh, hell yeah. Do you think it's easier now than it was whenever you were doing
It is far easier, and there's no reason why everybody in the world shouldn't do it.
it? So why aren't you vegan?
Capitalism. The capitalist overlords have hijacked my taste buds, my sense of convenience, and reality. And until we tear down the capitalist superstructure, there cannot be veganism for everyone. There's just not enough tofu.
My last point.
All of the barbecue lovers in Texas.
My last
Amen.
point. We will not have a world to do this capitalistic revolt if we keep doing animal agriculture because the climate crisis is so bad.
Of course you're right, especially in places like Brazil and sub-Saharan Africa. It's getting worse by the day.
Any more questions for me?
No, I think what you're doing is tremendous, and I think you need to keep going. And the more people that hear it and the more people that enjoy it, the better. Because I can safely say that every single person you've interviewed has gone home and they've thought about it. And even if they haven't taken massive changes in their lives, they're probably making slight.
So what are you going to change after this interview?
I won't play devil's advocate in public all the time.
No, that was great. I really appreciate that.
It was a privilege and a pleasure. I think what you're doing is wonderful. Thank you.
I love you, Andrew. You're the best. Thank you for watching. If you want another fun street outreach video, click to your left. If you want to learn how to talk to non-vegans yourself, watch the video on the right.